This is Respectfully Outrageous with Nathan and Ben.
Today we're going to be talking about NFC Suggestions and Concerns.
Hope you enjoy. Welcome to our analysis kind of video where we look at the weaknesses of the teams so far.
Heading into the season before they've addressed it. Mm-hmm. Not saying this is going to be their Achilles heel for the season, but they haven't done anything to address it.
Just issues that we have noticed and that are concerned about for their future success in this upcoming season.
Okay.
We'll start with the NFC North. I'll start.
Okay.
For the Vikings, my biggest thing is the chemistry.
Okay.
I mean, they on paper they're filled at roster spots everywhere. They've got good depth. Wide receiver, running back. I mean, quarterback. You can even say the offensive line. They're really improving. Defense is just stacked. With that being said, they're putting in a lot of moving pieces right now.
Yep.
Another thing that I forgot to mention is injuries. They were really successful last season. They didn't have to worry about a lot of injuries.
Okay.
Minus Dalvin Cook.
Right.
Of course, but their running backs managed with the depth of running back. They
managed to cope pretty well.
So my thing is chemistry. I don't know how Kirk Cousins is really going to fit. He could fit in great.
Right.
And that's great. But I'm just skeptical at this point because Kirk Cousins really hasn't been on a winning team, and maybe it's the pieces around him that he had in Washington.
Yeah, he had a couple years to get put together. I mean, they went to a playoff, but they got humiliated by that.
It's interesting because they're putting a quarterback. You got Kirk Cousins. You got Dalvin Cook coming back. There's no Jerick McKinnon.
They also lost their offensive coordinator as well. So
they lost Pat Shermer, which is huge. Mike Zimmer's a great coach, but their defense is intact pretty much from last year.
They added up Mike Hughes from UCF, so that's all good.
So that's my thing for the Vikings. I don't know what you have.
I don't have any massive glaring issues for the Vikings other than their kicking game. It's not as bad as it once was, but it's still. I just got questions. Just consistency.
Yeah.
Right? Not just for the kicking game, for the whole team. Because they were very consistent defensively. They were very consistent with the running game. Mm-hmm. Very consistent offensive line. Very consistent passing game. I think if they can stay consistent, they can be really good. But if they have inconsistencies, they can kind of have some up and downs, which can lead the way for different things for different teams. Mm-hmm. I don't really have any. Basically, consistency is the big bug for the Packers defense. If they're consistently good, then they're good. But if they're consistently bad, then they're horrific. So there's no middle ground for that Packers defense.
Yeah, for me, the issue for the Packers is their defense. They need to make sure they address that, and as well as pass catchers. Devontae Adams looks good. I think he'll be great. But the loss of Jordan Nelson is really going to hurt, and I think that's going to be – it might be an issue. Chemistry. And that's one of my concerns, the little bit of chemistry. Jimmy Graham, I don't think is enough to replace that.
I think I don't think it's replacing. I think it's a different style.
It's a different outlook. It's not the same. It's not entirely bad either. It's just
different.
Yeah, it's different. So I got to give Green Bay that, and their defense is a little shaky.
I don't have any we can just finish the division as well. Lions running game. Because if you don't have a running game, you're putting more and more on your quarterback and your tight ends and your receivers, which then means you can't also kill the clock as much.
Right.
Not kill the clock, but kind of like have the long drives and delay the thing, which tires out your defense. I mean, they're not bad. They got some good pieces, but they're not elite in any one category. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I would have to agree with the running game, especially for Detroit, because Matthew Stafford's great. But he needs the support.
Yep.
He can't keep trucking balls up. I mean, he did it with Megatron, and they have yet to find a consistent rusher for him.
I think he's been better without Megatron.
Yeah, maybe, because he's forced to spread the ball around.
Yeah.
So that's the thing for the Lions, and then for the Bears, the big thing for me is, I like the direction they're heading. They have a young defense. Mm-hmm. It's vastly improved. They're coming back from when they had Urlacher and Tillman. Mm-hmm. It's just really coming back, and I like their young defense. But the thing is I don't know how Mitchell Trubisky's going to pan out.
Right.
I'm a little skeptical. I can't give him the boost. Because Trubisky's got good upside, but he's also mediocre.
Right.
So I That's my issue. I think my issue basically is the quarterback position.
Okay.
I hope Allen Robinson does well. Pass catchers, they might need to fix that a little bit, but I think mostly it's just their passing game.
I want to say something interesting stat. If they can keep Trubisky from throwing it over 25 times a game, they're gonna be a lot more successful. And not even because there's a stat that Good Morning Football had. It's something like when the Bears throw it like 19 to 20 something times, like right around there, and if they go over like to 30 something times, Trubisky, if they're like over like 33 times, Trubisky's 0 something. And if he's under 20 something times, he's undefeated, which is kind of weird. So kind of keep things balanced and don't ask him to throw yourself out of different situations. So
because Jordan Howard is good, so
I'm gonna say stay on schedule with your offense. And what I mean by that is, it's not like Georgia Tech where you can't get out of third and long, but run the ball and then try to figure out to keep the ball on third short, third mediums, and allow to take good shots and don't make mistakes. So just stay on track offensively.
Yeah, that's a good plan. So now we'll move to the NFC. What do you want to do?
NFC South. We don't have to touch on every single team. We can touch on some glaring things.
Saints. I think they just got to manage 4 games without Ingram. I think that's the big thing for them. And just maintain the high level of play they had last year. That's a big thing for me.
Keep up the tenacity because they were hungry.
Yeah.
I mean, I think with the way the energy they played with, Cam Jordan played with, if they can play that hungry, and they're very dangerous. But I don't want this. Actually, I do want the Saints to get complacent. They're my division. What am I talking about? I want them to get complacent. But they got to be. They don't get complacent because they have a Hall of Fame quarterback. So just
right. Yep. Got to stay hungry.
Yep.
For the Panthers, they really need to figure out. They need to figure out their offense.
Manage.
They just need to manage things. Cam Newton's a good quarterback. I don't think he's all-time great, but I think he's a good quarterback.
I think he'll be a Ring of Honor Panther since he's already a record holder. So, I think Atlanta figure something out.
Figure their offense out again. Ever since Kyle Shanahan left, they've really lacked on offense.
Try to rehire Kyle Shanahan.
It's not gonna happen.
I know it's not gonna happen. That's what they need.
But that's
what they need.
And the Bucks.
Start looking for a quarterback, maybe.
Start trading for some picks, maybe next year.
Start moving up.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Levante David, but Jamal McCoy, how much you're gonna waste him? So, we're gonna move on to the NFC East.
Eagles. I think the biggest thing is watch out for the hangover. Don't get too cocky. Don't rush Carson Wentz back.
Right.
That's one of the biggest things for me is don't rush this guy back from an ACL injury. Yeah.
Patience for Philadelphia Eagles. Patience. The Dallas Cowboys, stay out of jail. Stay out of jail.
I mean, yeah.
Am I wrong? I mean,
no.
Adam Jones was not a Cowboy right now. He was throwing a punch at the airport. Just stay out of jail.
Yeah, fair point.
The Giants, low drama.
Yeah, keep the drama, the low, minimal.
This isn't high school. Low drama. No drama.
Redskins, find your place. I mean, you got a chance to kind of redo or reset almost, and this is kind of what they need. They just need to figure out what they want to do.
So create an identity almost.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to the NFC West.
The Rams, they just need to keep up their same intensity. My only worry is with Todd Gurley signing the big contract that he's not going to be as hungry.
Right.
Which, I mean, we'll never know.
Okay.
But I think the big thing for me is with all these big contracts coming out, make sure you keep playing the way you do.
I want to say defensively, since you have a lot of personality in Ndamukong Suh, Talib, and Peters, play to that personality. If Marcus Peters' game is I'm going to take chances, I'm going to make big plays, then absolutely let him do it. If to keep Talib's game is I'm going to talk, I'm going to be in your ear, I'm going to be all over, then absolutely do. If Ndamukong Suh is basically from a penalty away and getting pulled in from a game, you want him playing tenacious, being angry, and all the fans hating him. You want him angry. Play to that style of defense. Don't. So I'm going to say for the Rams, exploit and use your different personalities. So
take advantage of them.
Take advantage.
49ers, my thing is keep the momentum going. They have good momentum. They just need to keep going. And I'm a little concerned at the running back position. I mentioned that. And
you mentioned how you questioned Jerry McKinnon.
As a starter, yeah. But that's the main thing for the 49ers. Richard Sherman, I hope he comes back from his injury okay.
He should.
Reuben Foster needs to stay out of trouble.
That he was actually innocent from, but
Yeah.
it's just
I'm not
stay
gonna
out
get
of
into
jail.
that politics.
Stay out of
Yep.
jail.
Seahawks.
Create a new energy.
Yeah.
So just kind of create a sense of reinvent your image.
Yeah.
I don't think the whole Legion of Boom, great defense, mediocre offense is going to work anymore.
Figure out. Maybe support Russell Wilson.
Get Russell some pieces, something to play with.
Yeah.
Get Rashad Penny involved.
Yep.
Find out something. Or create, and then I wouldn't be surprised if the brothers,
Griffins.
the Griffin brothers, are the alphas of that defense with Cam Chancellor gone and Earl Thomas gone. I think they can use that and just kind of build a mold and a brotherhood like they had at UCF and dominate that way.
Yeah. And then the Cardinals. Take the load off David Johnson. He's a great player, but you can't. If you keep giving him the ball, people are gonna stop him. I mean,
I was gonna say follow veteran leadership.
Yeah.
They got a couple veterans offensively, obviously Larry Fitzgerald, and obviously Chandler Jones. So follow veteran leadership. They got a lot of young guys, and they got a lot of really old guys. Kind of like have the younger guys kind of be that fly on the wall and just learn from them. So we're gonna bounce to the AFC if you're all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll do that in a separate video. Have a good day.